We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game, came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Double dog. That's the way. 54 is Mike 54.
Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 9.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
52, Mike 52.
Now it's Jackson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run from the gun with Charles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Play action, now it's Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Mike's 54.
Here's Carr. That's complete. It's Charles. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point attempt here still to come. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Second down at 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Check 25. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Ready. Nice shot. 52 is the mic right here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Right back to him on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he stopped immediately there. The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2. 10, under 10, 10. Sit up. Watch the motion. Ready. Shot. 59.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
DC, ready? 52, Mike 52. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Change it. Check safety.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they...
There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Watch the slap. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go. Check. Lucky.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Watch 52. Hey, man. Watch the play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Carr now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Carr now to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Carr to throw. It's caught to Charles.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. To throw, it's Carr. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the pistol, they run with Anderson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jackson. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Check. 59. No, we changed it. 13. Wide. Get wide.
To throw is Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Larry Fitzgerald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's 17-7. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
57 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right, and that's incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Joker, 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 Joker.
49, check 49.
You go tight. You got tight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
First and 10, 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Flushed out right. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check the hot read. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 5-yard line.
Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 8 coming up.
65, 65.
To throw his car. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Hey, 1 set, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch his slant, watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Jackson to throw.
Watch his twitch.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Huddle up, baby. Let's get this. Let's get this.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Check 52's to Mike. Check 52's to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check.
Here's Jackson.
Escaping the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. What?
Back to throw, Carr.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". 18 ready, 18 ready. Get off the field. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Now Carr. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Chiefs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.